Hey, this is Enaa, in with you in the fight back. And I want to talk about what I can think are two sides of the same coin: instant gratification and the ivory tower, and how they contribute to anti-intellectualism. Well, instant gratification is pretty self-explanatory. Whatever wants or needs we have for in this society, they have to be satisfied in a split second. If it takes more than a split second to do whatever your want or need is, well, it's pretty much not worth doing. And the ivory tower is almost like a special place, a sanctuary, if you will, where intellectuals, the elite, gather, and where they have access to higher education and theory and books and culture and whatnot. And it's really only available for them because they're a privileged select few. And this, to me, strikes me as tied into the fabric of everyday life in this society in capitalism. It keeps you passive, and it stops you from questioning and engaging in critical thought. And the roots of it seem to me to go back farther than the age of capitalism. They go back, what I would think, to the age of kings or even to ancient Rome, where nobles, they learned all the fancy works. They got the great education. They got to learn whatever they wanted because it was their right. They were privileged. They were that select few. And most people, on the other hand, were peasants, poor, or whatnot. And they were kept ignorant. They were not encouraged to learn. They were seen as almost incapable of learning, as just beasts of burden. And they are seen as only responding to bread and circuses, in a sense, instant gratification. And their political opinions were certainly just seen as no more than a mob. And this is carried over in a certain sense to the society we live in now. And both these ideas of instant gratification and the ivory tower are wrong. You need to be informed. You need to learn. You need to tackle difficult work such as Louis Althusser, Slavoj Žižek, Alain Badiou, Karl Marx, just to name four. And you don't want to be a child who looks at something, a paper, and tries to read it, and in 2 seconds casts it aside because it's too hard and just gives up. The truth is, you got to ask questions of the works you're reading. You got to read once with all your prejudices in mind, of course, and however difficult it may be. And then you got to read again, trying to understand what the author's saying on their terms. You got to take notes, read commentators, ask questions, and you may have to read again and again and again. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of the works from the authors I mentioned, they're pretty damn hard. But, most things in life that you do are hard. And sometimes there is no getting around hard work. It would be great if everything was easy, but I'm afraid it's not. We shouldn't ignore theory in the place of aimless practice that some on the left want to do. We shouldn't just say, "Oh, Karl Marx is too hard to read. Let's just go out and do something." No. Theory guides us, shows us where we have been, where we are, and where we're going. And it helps us change the world. And you gotta bunker down and do the hard work. This is Enaa. Until next time.